Hi, I'm Ned from Magical Wheels. Today, I'm gonna service this watch. Around this time last year, I ditched into my old watch collections, and then I found this watch. Suddenly, it took me to 22 years back. When I first thought, every watch was driven by battery. Then my father introduced me to mechanical movement, and I happened to own this watch. And every time when I looked at it, I was wondering, how could it tick without using battery? I started to do my research and fell in love with mechanical movement. And soon, it developed into passion. You started it all. I'm not a professional. I'm a hobbyist. Every time before I start my work, I will make sure my bench is clean. So, today I'm gonna service this watch. It's got Japanese Movement Miyota 8205. I am checking the performance of the movement using time grapher. It shows unhealthy movement running on average at minus 27 seconds per day. I am opening the back case using the case holder and the opener from Horotech. I always be careful on this step because I don't want to leave any marks on the watch. Before I actually open the back case, I clean it one more time to make sure no particle will fall into the movement. Here it is, Miyota 8205. I'm pushing the notch to release crown and stem. That allows me to remove crown and stem. I am removing plastic spacer. I am taking the movement out of the case. Now I remove chapter ring. I reinstall the crown and stem to manipulate the hands. Now, let the fun begin. I'm removing the oscillating ring, held by one screw. This particular movement is quite interesting. It has got one big plate instead of a few bridges. That one big plate is the auto winding bridge. The bridge is held by 3 screws. Now I am removing the bridge. The other side of the bridge, there is a leaf spring, which I am removing it now. Ratchet wheel driving wheel. At this stage I realize I should be working on hands and dial. But let's move on. I am removing the 4th and the 3rd wheel. I release the tension to remove the reduction wheel. That's the ratchet wheel. I can see too much lubricant on and underneath the ratchet wheel. That is a sliding exchange wheel. The crown wheel. The mainspring barrel. Again, you can see the excessive oil. Now, it's time for the forgotten part. I am using the dial protector to protect the dial while removing hands. I am removing the dial. The dial is fitted to the movement by 2 screws, which I am loosening them. I am removing C-clip. That allows me to remove the day wheel. I am removing the day wheel, driving wheel. The cover plate is held by 4 screws. I am removing the cover plate. I am releasing the spring tension from the calendar spring jumper. That allows me to remove the dead wheel freely. I am removing the calendar intermediate wheel. I am removing the calendar driving wheel. The quick set day lever. The quick set dead lever. The hour wheel. I am removing the motion work cover plate. The minute wheel got stuck under the cover plate due to excessive lubricant. The corrector wheel. This is not the best way of removing cannon pinion. I am removing the yoke, the operating lever. I am removing the sliding pinion and the winding stem. Pin vise too come in handy when removing crown from the stem. I'm using one from Virgin. Back to the movement side. I'm removing click spring. And that's the click. The center wheel bridge is held by 2 screws. That's the indirect center second train. Now, the center wheel bridge. I am removing the balance complete. Since this part is very delicate, I keep it separately. That's the center wheel. I am removing the pallet cock. The pallet fork stuck under the pallet cock. Yes, you're right. It's because of excessive lubricant. And that's the escape wheel. Let's open the barrel and uncoil the main spring. Up to this point, if you haven't done already, please share, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Also feel free to leave your comment below. I will try to answer them. That's all the disassemble of Miyota 8205. Thank you for watching. When passion and hobby collide, I'm Ned from Magic of Wheels.